going to go over some stuff on angles. Before we begin, I'm just going to quickly label the quadrants. You should remember this from either last year, the year before, something like that. Okay, so quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4 always goes in a counterclockwise motion when it comes to labeling those quadrants. Now, you probably have already seen angles before, but in case you forgot, angles on a coordinate plane, they have an initial side and a terminal side, and they have a vertex. For the sake of what we're going to be working with, our vertex is always at 0, 0, and our initial side is always going to be on the x-axis. Okay, always. Now our terminal side can go in any of the quadrants. It just depends on what kind of angle we're working with. For the sake of demonstration, let's say my terminal side is right there in quadrant 2. Now, depending on your direction, you're going to have a positive or a negative angle. Okay, so if I were to go counterclockwise, I'm going to end up with a positive angle. Okay, counterclockwise, positive angle. If I want to have a negative angle, I'm going to go clockwise, following the direction of the clock. Okay, so knowing the difference between a positive and a negative angle is going to be very, very helpful. In fact, one thing I would recommend doing is practicing finding positive and negative angles just by drawing them out on a coordinate plane. Now we're going to look at an example where we're given some angle measurements, but we got to figure out if they are coterminal. So let me go through a definition really quickly in case you don't remember. Coterminal angles are angles that share the same terminal side but are different measures. So in other words, our coterminal angles are angles that will look very similar on the coordinate plane, but they don't have the exact same measure. They're usually off by about a measure of 360 degrees. So what we're going to do with 28 and 420 degrees, both of them, we're going to figure out if 420 is a coterminal angle of 28. Now, kind of a nice little key tip here. You can usually tell what you need to do to find the coterminal based off of the second angle. Okay, whether you need to add 360 or subtract 360. Since 420 is positive, we're going to add 360 onto 28 to try and get to 420. So let's start. You've got 28 plus 360, and we end up with 388. Oh, it's getting kind of close, but we're not quite there yet. So I'm going to try one more time. 388 plus 360, 8, 4, 748. My math might be off by just a little bit. But as you can see, 748, 420, they're nowhere near the same thing. 388 was not close either. So these are not coterminal. You will see problems like this on your assignment, and you'll also be asked to find coterminal angles. So understanding that they're a 360-degree difference apart from the given angle is very, very helpful.